It's the 10 best NBA players ranked offseason edition. Let's get started. At number 10, I have Jimmy Butler, who was electric in the playoffs, which is not something we should be surprised about. He raises his game in the playoffs when things are tough. He's an elite force on both ends of the floor. Jimmy Butler has to be in your top 10. If he's not, there's something wrong with you. Next, I have Devin Booker at number 9. He was electric in the playoffs. He helped the Phoenix Suns get 2 wins against the Denver Nuggets, which was more than any other team in the league, and that included losing all their depth, including Chris Paul. Devin Booker is elite, and he's going to get even better this year. Has to be number 9 at least in your top 10 list. Next, I have Jayson Tatum, who is an elite force on both ends of the floor, whether defensively, offensively. The Celtics had some coaching issues last year, and despite that, they still had an elite level offense. In the playoffs, Jayson Tatum showed why he can be such an elite force. Has to be top 10, number 8. Depending on how things go this year, I could see him getting even higher. If the Celtics get into the finals, Jayson Tatum has to be in your top 5. But for now, number 8. At number 7, I have the NBA MVP, Joel Embiid is an absolute force, scores on anyone at will. Really, the only thing going against him is the health problems he has. Can he just stay healthy an entire playoffs? Because if he could, I have no doubt they could get to those finals. It's just a question of can he stay healthy? And don't forget that Joel Embiid in that one-on-one matchup with Nikola Jokic dominated in that game. So at least 7 for Joel Embiid. At number 6, this may surprise people, but I have LeBron James. He is still one of the elite players in the league. You could argue he's number 1 just because of past performance, but at this date, right now, LeBron James is the number 6 best player in the league, and I have a hard time dropping him any further. If anything, he should probably be higher, but his ability to do everything on the floor offensively, to just be a surgeon on the offensive end, his passing, his vision, his IQ is just off the charts. The defense has slipped a tiny bit, and the shooting has not quite been there as it has in the past, especially the three-point shooting. But how can you have LeBron James lower than 6 with what he did last playoffs and leading that team to the Western Conference? No one expected it. Number 6 for LeBron James. Next, I have Luka Doncic, who is a walking offensive centerpiece, absolutely elite every time he steps on the floor. I know he had some drop-off last year a little bit, but there were some things going on behind the scenes. He also got a little chubby. He's leaner now, and you're going to see why he led that team to a Western Conference Finals just 2 years ago, and I think they have a chance to do it again. They've had a good offseason, but everything that happens with the Dallas Mavericks is because of Luka Doncic and his elite ability to score the ball and run an offense, and he's a walking top 10 offense on his own. Luka Doncic is easily number 5, could go higher. Number 4, one of my favorite players in the league, elite on both ends of the floor. He is actually underrated defensively with all the things he does. And then we know what Kevin Durant can do offensively with his ability to score the ball in any way, shape, or form. His ability to get a bucket when no one else can over anybody is just super high level. I would have had him higher, but in the playoffs last year, we saw some weaknesses where he was double teamed. Some of that was depth issues. The Suns improved their offense this year, improved their depth a little bit, brought in Bradley Beal, and I think we're going to see why Kevin Durant is still one of the best players in the NBA. Number 3, this is where it gets really tough, and this is probably where I make some people mad, but I have Steph Curry at number 3, just the best shooter we've ever seen. His ability to shoot off the dribble, on ball, his ability to move off the ball and create motion and then just score at will from literally anywhere on the floor. He's underrated in his ability to score at the rim too with his finishing. Just an elite offensive player in every aspect, and his IQ and vision is just off the charts, like nothing we've ever seen, literally. And then he's also an underrated defender. He fits within some of the best defensive schemes in the last 10 years with that Golden State Warriors team. Steph Curry, if you don't love Steph Curry, you don't love basketball. He's absolutely elite. Number 2 is Giannis. He is the best defensive player in the NBA. He should honestly be Defensive Player of the Year every year with everything he does. That team is good because of him. Defensively, he allows everyone else to be better. He erases mistakes for everyone. And then on offense, he's a battering ram. His ability to get to the rim on anybody and just absolutely dominate a game is unmatched. That Milwaukee Bucks team underperformed last season, and part of that was because Giannis got injured, missed like 2 or 3 games. If Giannis is healthy, that series is different, and it's likely the Milwaukee Bucks in the finals, but instead Giannis gets hurt and we have a different story. Giannis should still be number 2 and he arguably number 1, except for what happened last season changed a lot of minds and a lot of lists. And so you guessed it, who number 1 is. It's Nikola Jokic, who showed he could beat anyone last year. Things went his way a little bit, but as a Nikola Jokic hater, I have to give him his respect. He absolutely showed up every single game. One of the things that makes a superstar in this league is their ability to consistently put up the numbers and score and win games. And if there is anyone in this league that consistently puts up numbers every single night, no matter who he's playing, it's Nikola Jokic. Whether it's being guarded by Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert, whoever, Nikola Jokic puts up his numbers, whether it's scoring, passing, rebounding, and he does it at an elite level. And this season showed that his defensive deficiencies didn't matter as much as we thought because they had good enough defenders around him. Nikola Jokic is the number one player in the league, and until someone knocks him off or wins the finals, it's likely going to stay that way. Guys, we'll update this throughout the year. I don't know if I'm going to do this every month, but we will go pretty regularly. Like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I will talk to you next time.